Okay, as I promised you to put you down on what's about to jump off in the next few days, on the 4th of July, okay, on the 4th of July, there are many white nationalists, white racist groups are threatening to attack many minorities, black people and minorities, and whoever else is participating with them in protests or trying to seek, justice, Black Lives Matters or whatever. They're about to wreak havoc. At least they're making the promises of that. So isn't it better to take precautions? Because I don't doubt that these white nationalists I don't doubt that they really want to overthrow the government, that they really want anarchy, that they really want chaos, and the stage has been set. I mean, if you realize, even they support it. I'm not saying all of them, but there are many like KKK and people in those types of organizations that supported Trump to get into office. And so now with these Black Lives Matters and many people protesting and trying to shut down police departments and all of that and wanting to put Trump out of office and all of that. So, of course, they're going to back their man, There were people talking about, okay, we're going to take our city back. You're shutting down these police departments. We're going to take them back. So now we're going to have it went from being something like we were heading towards revolution to now talking about like a civil war or internal war between citizens of the United States, a clash between white nationalists and what you might want to label black nationalists. Of course, we don't want that type of thing to happen. And I thank the Creator that I'm a Muslim, because we don't have these boundaries between black and white. My wife and her family, there are people that look black and there are people that look white, and they're all one family. We don't have these racial issues. When you fill out an application on a job, it doesn't say check black or white. They're all Egyptians. They all, are one people, and they have many colors. But in America, it was established on racism, and it's still full of racism. It started out with black slaves and calling them the Nigger, and all of these things are still in the hearts of many white people. So first you had, many people fighting for justice for black people, and even white people joining in that fight for justice, with George Floyd and other people who just popped up being hanged from trees. And so now you got white nationalists looking to confront, Black Lives Matter. Like, it's like, a clash of black and white and the government. And there are many people that want this to spill over into a revolution. Of course, if this type of clash happens, of course, they're going to be sending in the military to try to put a stop to all this that's going on. So please beware. Beware of the 4th of July. Beware. Because if this clash happens, it's not going to be pretty. So I advise everyone who's watching this video, on the 4th of July, you need to try to stay out of the way. Stay in your homes. I mean, let this 4th of July go by without more deaths, without more, injured people. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But, the information was passed on to me from, someone who has a video. I've actually got more than one source of information telling me about the 4th of July, that they plan on doing things. You've probably even caught, if you paid attention, a whiff of this on the news, where the white bikers and nationalists were talking about when they heard that Black Lives Matter shut down a police department, and they're like, okay, wait, 4th of July, we're going to come and take it over. We're going to, we're going to take our city back. So don't think it's just that one isolated incident. They're talking about doing this nationwide and using the 4th of July as that day for that. So please beware, because the warning has been given. All right? So please, something very bad is about to jump off if all that I've heard is true. And you don't want to wait till it happens to find out whether it's true or not. You need to make preparations now to make sure that that doesn't happen. All right? Don't celebrate that or ignore that. So you shouldn't be like, oh, great, we're about to get busy in the streets. And don't ignore it like nothing's going to happen. Because while you're sleeping, there are people creeping, right? So don't be caught sleeping. Don't get caught with your pants down. It's time to pull your pants up and tighten your belt. It's time to prepare for the worst. If you don't prepare for the worst, then you can't wait for the best. It doesn't work that way. They try to keep people distracted while they're implementing their tactics. Keep the people distracted while they implement their tactics. Divide and conquer, that's their means. So divide the nation, black against white. So there are people who are even over that with another agenda, trying to bring down America. I'm from America. I still have friends and relatives there. So I don't want that to happen, okay? But I've already prepared for that possibility. So don't get caught sleeping while they're creeping. Don't let them implement their divide and conquer tactics. Don't let them do that. Okay? So prepare yourselves in the best way that you can. Inform everyone that doesn't seem to know about this announcement that they made. They made this announcement. I heard it more than once. All right? So if it doesn't happen, all well and good. But if it does happen and you weren't prepared for it, that's the worst case scenario. Don't let yourself get caught. Like I said, don't get caught with your pants down, and don't get caught sleeping, because something bad is about to jump off on the 4th of July, according to all the sources that I have received. All right? I've told you, I've done my job.